This is my audience.
Family bite.
In the article of Globe and Mail in July 2018, it informs us of a statement made by Dr. King. We have came a long way in our understanding of human motivation and the blind operation of our economic system. Now we realize that dislocations in the market operation of our economy and prevalence of discrimination thrust people into idleness and bind them in constant or frequent unemployment against their will. The poor are less often dismissed from our conscience today by being branded as inferior and incompetent. In the January 2019 Indian Express article, Statements, a universal basic income promotes many of the basic values of a society which respects all the individuals as free and equal. It promotes liberty because it's anti-paternalistic, opens up the possibility of flexibility in labor markets. It promotes equality by reducing poverty. It promotes efficiency by reducing waste in government transfers, and it could, under some circumstances, even promote greater productivity. So when people go out and they are served, usually the servers, when asked, will say that their job pays the bills and that's why they do it. So what if there was a way that they could get their education and get a better job without worrying so much about the money they make? So according to the March 2018 article of Unwire, a survey conducted 10 years ago revealed that only 12% of the population would advocate for some sort of basic income. The same study done by Northeastern University shows that 48% of the idea in 2018. The university conducted a separate study that shows that 75% of Americans generally believe that artificial intelligence will take away more jobs than it creates, which contributes to the 36% increase in supporters over the past 10 years. All right, so universal basic income is an old policy that states that people will get a basic income no matter their job, where they are at now, so that will help them improve their life more on. So imagine this family right here. So you see that they don't have a whole lot. They have their clothes on them, and they probably don't get the things that they necessarily need to survive. So imagine what $1,000 basic income would look and help to them. Right? So with this universal basic income, it won't only help people in the United States. If other countries also apply it with theirs, it would help the people there too. So the poverty it's all the same everywhere. So this would help and be a solution to everybody. All right? So on this graph right here, it shows the U.S. poverty line, and the blue right here shows the people in poverty, and above shows the not in poverty. So for example, somebody who had a household of just them, it shows that for them to be above the poverty line, they have to be a little under the 15,000 mark, which if you're a server, you not normally make that much and struggle and have to have roommates and other people to do that, but with that, the poverty line goes up for them. Right? So although the universal basic income looks good on paper, there are some pros and cons to the situation. So some people say that people who receive the universal basic income will be lazy and not want to do anything. However, some studies have shown that people who get the universal basic income will quit the job that they currently are working and get a better one, that they are less stressful, and people will go back and get education, which also debunks the other one where it says people would not work, which like I just stated, they will quit the job that they currently work at and get a better one. Some people are shown to actually not work as long and be able to see their family more, and overall it causes their mental stress to go lower, which in return makes them happier, makes them do stuff that they actually want to do, and makes them enjoy going to their job. All right, another thing that people say is that the GDP will rise, which some researchers believe that the GDP will decrease because people will get an education and allow them to get a better job, and when they get the better job, they get more money, and then they'll buy more things on the market, so like house, cars, just personal things that they need. So it will actually decrease the GDP. All right, so if you just imagine a world where people don't have to suffer for things, can get an education, do a job that they actually love, and people would just be overall happy. People will get things that they need, less people living on the street, and overall it will be better. So you might ask yourself, what is a way that you can do to get this going in your, in the States? It's just vote for people who advocate for it and just get involved in the process.